Well, hello, everybody. I am excited to talk about the AT parenting community. This is a Q&A for the AT parenting community. And we do this because a lot of people don't know what my resources are or my in-depth support. I get a lot of emails and messages from people saying, do you consult or can I work with you? And I provide in-depth support through the community. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Natasha Daniels. We are streaming this live in multiple areas. And so some of you have been in my series and you're watching this on my series website. Some of you are watching on YouTube and some of my Facebook groups. And I stream it everywhere because we get so many questions about the AT parenting community that I've just started doing a Q&A for that. So if you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and we'll read them as we go. But just a little bit about myself really briefly. I am an anxiety and OCD child therapist. Maybe you've seen my reels or my videos or have listened to my podcast. I provide global resources for parents who are raising kids with anxiety and OCD because it's a lonely journey. It's a real lonely journey. And I have 3 kids with these struggles. And so I completely get it on a deep level. And I have a 14, 16, and 22-year-old, all with different anxiety and OCD struggles. And so I understand this. I have created in-depth support. I have a podcast that comes out with new episodes every Tuesday. There's over 400 episodes. And I have a YouTube channel where I create videos for people who have OCD, but I've actually pivoted back and now I've got parent videos to support you as well. But then people wanted in-depth support. So I created online courses at my school at atparentingsurvivalschool.com. And people wanted more in-depth support. They wanted to get a community. And that's where the AT parenting community began. So I created the community because of several different pain points that I think we all feel. One is so isolating. There's nothing more isolating than raising a child with anxiety and OCD and feeling like nobody else gets it. Professionals don't get it. Doctors don't get it. Your neighbor doesn't get it. Maybe your mom doesn't get it. Maybe your partner doesn't get it. That's very isolating. Maybe even the therapist who is supposed to really get it doesn't get it. That's very frustrating. So there's a lack of support. And globally, there's a lack of support. There's a lack of support in rural areas in the United States. There's a lack of support in Canada, in Australia, in the UK, around the world. There's a lack of support and education around OCD. So parents are finding that they have to do this themselves. And there's a confusion, even when you do have an OCD therapist, as far as what is your role? Okay, you're in therapy, but what am I supposed to do? And so a lot of therapists don't include the parent, or the parent is clueless, and you are the arms to the whole body. Like without parental help in the home, a child, teen, or young adult won't get better because it's a family affair. And so that's a big issue. And then the last thing that a lot of times people complain about or struggle with is that their child, teen or young adult, if I say child, I mean of any age, even an adult child, they feel isolated. They don't know anyone who has these struggles. They feel shame, embarrassment, and sometimes that's what shuts them down from getting treatment or using the skills. So there is a difference between a support system and a support network. We have a support system in place. Most of us do. Some of us don't. But you have family, right? You don't choose them. You've got friends and neighbors, and a lot of times they happen haphazardly, right? Like you just happen to have an idea. You just happen to have a neighbor that you're friends with, or you happen to have in-laws because you married somebody. I see a question here about a clinical question. I'm not going to answer any clinical questions. You can certainly post them. I have a public Facebook group where there's parents that can support you. And if you're in the series, we do have a temporary series Facebook group. And I am answering clinical questions in there until that group closes. And if you're watching from there, because we are streaming in there too, I believe, that group closes. It's a temporary group. So it closes on Thursday, the 20th. And so you have a little bit of time there as well. If you're in the AT parenting community, you can message me directly and ask me that question, and I'll answer that. I'll talk a little bit about what that benefit is in a second. And so I have had to realize that there is a difference between a support system and a support network. A support network is intentional. It's and I need a support network for different things. If your child has medical issues, you might need a support network for that. If your child has anxiety and OCD, you need a support network for that. And that's people who you surround yourself with who do fully understand anxiety and OCD, who give you evidence-based approaches, who are able to support you and validate your struggle. That's really important. Um, all right, Jessica's asking a lot of clinical questions. I'm not going to answer those, Jessica. You have to post those in the temporary Facebook group, and I'll answer them there after this. This is a Q&A for the community. So if you have questions about the community and what it offers, ask those. I will answer those. We can get squirreled and just talk about clinical questions all day long, and then nobody will benefit from this. But I will answer those in the Facebook group. So people join the AT parenting community. No worries at all. People join the community for all sorts of reasons. They join it because their therapist recommended it. That's my favorite one, when a therapist recognizes that they need to support the family and that a 15-minute session once a week just can't cut it. And so we get a lot of therapists who recommend parents join our community, which says a lot about the evidence-based approaches that we support and that is recognized in the OCD community. The second one is that they can't access therapy. And so they have to DIY this. They can't access therapy for whatever reason. It is cost prohibitive. I know for me, my kids are in OCD therapy, anxiety and OCD therapy, and it's $220 a session. And I have 2 kids. That's $440 sometimes a week in therapy. That is not sustainable for a lot of families, and I completely get that. And so they need to do it themselves. You can't wait around until you can afford it, or you find someone on your insurance, or you find someone who specializes in OCD, because OCD is not waiting. And so getting that right help is really important. Sometimes the child won't go see a therapist. And so even if you can afford it or you found the right therapist, then your child doesn't want to go. And so that becomes a problem. Sometimes you just want to learn your role, right? You just want to like develop all the supports. And so they're in OCD therapy or anxiety therapy. They're maybe getting medication. And then you are also learning your part and your role, which is, by the way, the most important role, because you're with your child 24/7. You have a front row seat to all their issues. So if you're not knowing what to do, there's going to be a problem. And sometimes people just want to feel support. They have the clinical support, they have a psychiatrist, they have a good team, their child's going to therapy, and they just want to have a community of people who get it. And so they join. And sometimes people just want it as roadside assistance. They literally want to have it in their back pocket in case there's a crisis, and they have people, they have me on tap that they can ask questions to. So let's talk about what's in the community. The community is jam-packed with a lot of stuff. And it's not meant for people to use everything that's in the community, because you'd be overwhelmed. And people join for different reasons. And if you tap into even one part of the community, you're getting your money's worth, because one little thing in the community is more valuable than how much it costs to join. It costs $30 a month to join. I wanted it to be like a copay. I wanted it to be like an insurance copay. I pay actually $50 a month in my copays. For some reason, it went up. It used to be 30. When I created this community, it was 30, but they keep increasing it. But I wanted it to be very affordable. And so $30 a month to have a clinical anxiety and OCD therapist on tap that you can message at any time. You get access to over $500 worth of my online courses inside the community. I have them available in my online school at atparentingsurvivalschool.com, but you don't have to bother with that because it's inside the community. So not all the courses, but almost all my courses. The kids course is not included, but how to teach kids to crush OCD, how to teach kids to crush anxiety, how to handle difficult behavior caused by anxiety and OCD, a space study guide course, a moral OCD course. They're all in there, and you can access them for free as a member. There are so many ways to connect with other parents. We have an app, and I'm actually going to show you a video and take you inside the app and inside the member website. And so I'm going to just briefly tell you what's available, but then I'm going to actually do a tour. I've never done a video before, so hopefully it'll work. We'll see. I think that you'll you'll be able to get an idea of what's inside the community when I show you this video. We have a member-only website and we have a member-only app. We also have a member-only Facebook group, but really that is just a supplement. We don't use it that much, but some parents like to be on Facebook. So we do have a member-only Facebook group. But the app is really where it's all at. Members can message each other. They can find each other by location if people allow their location to be seen. They can find other people who have kids the same age if they put their child's ages. So there's so many ways to instantly connect with people in your local community by looking at the app. You can also message me directly. There's a chat button. You literally press it on the app and we're having a conversation. I've got you in my back pocket. I'm at the grocery store. I pull it up. Oh, you're asking me a question. You're having a hard time. You can't reach your therapist. I'm not your therapist, but I am a warm line to support you and to help guide you. And so that could be invaluable. We also have some things for the kids. We have a monthly support group call for the kids, a monthly support group call for the teens. It's on Zoom. They don't have to show their face. They can actually even just listen to it and feel validated by hearing other kids' stories. I moderate it, so you're getting that clinical guidance in that support group. We also do a support group for parents once a month on Zoom, and we do weekly live Zoom classes. So every single week, you join me live and we have the replay. We have a podcast stream that's private. We have transcripts. So however you like to digest your information, we have that as well. Some people don't want the classes and the live weekly classes. They just want the community, and it's worth its weight in gold just for the community. Some people just want their kids to have a support group, and we're actually cheaper than people like clinical support groups. And so sometimes that's all people want. Sometimes people recognize that they're going to get $500 worth of courses and they're going to get free access to it. To them, that money adds up. That makes sense mathematically. And so they join just to take the courses. Whatever the reason, you're not going to necessarily consume everything, but there's going to be so much for you to tap into. So let's watch the video and then see if you have any questions. I'm going to try this and Ayla will tell me if it works.
Welcome to a quick little peek inside of the AT parenting community where we would love to have you. So we have 2 different ways that you can access your benefits as a member and connect with other parents. We have the website, which I'm going to show you now, and then I'm going to show you the app because they both have different benefits that you can tap into. So when you go to the website, you log on, you have your account page, you can access your account, cancel your account, do whatever you need to do. We have a dashboard, which we're on right now, and it's super easy and user-friendly to find out exactly what you want. If you want to build your skills and you're not sure where to start, you can go to the Start Here page. If you want to figure out when our next live class is or our support group calls are, you go to the calendar of events. We have a library of replays of every class we've ever done, so hundreds of classes here. You have access to the online courses, and we'll go in there in a second. You have forum discussions. I'm not going to click here because I want to respect people's confidentiality. But when you go in here, you can ask me any questions for guidance and support, and I'll give you my clinical expertise. And we have parent and kid connections. If you want to meet inside your own community, we do have a way to connect you with local parents and kids. If you keep scrolling down, you'll see recently added content. So you'll have access to the weekly classes, replays. If you're a therapist member, you'll have some extra bonus things. Here's a worksheet that I just did for therapists. And then you can also bookmark anything that you see going here, and all your bookmarks would be saved. And so it's an easy website to navigate. We have different things available. On the website, there are more replays and more resources. We have a directory, and we have a parent and kid video page. And if you go here, you can access all the courses that you get for free as a member right in here. And you can start those courses. These are all courses that cost about $127 in my online school at atparentingsurvivalschool.com. And you can see they're all right here for you to be able to take inside the community. Let's check out the app as well. To make things easier and for you to be able to take the community connection and knowledge on the go, we have partnered with the Mighty Network, which is a platform where we have housed our app for the AT parenting community. I have created a copy of our membership so that we do not breach any confidentiality. And so the profiles you see are ones that I created, but this is exactly what it will look like when you come in. This is Ayla. She is our AT Parenting Community Manager. She actually is real. The other two are examples of what it would look like. So when you come in to the community, this is not on our website. This is just the app. You can click and you can see members near you. We have members in every state, and we have members in the UK and Canada. And so it'll instantly pop up who is near you. You can see members who are super active, new members. You can even see members that have kids the same age as you. So this is a great way to connect. And so I might click on a profile and it will tell me, you and Jane both have, we both live in Phoenix, Arizona. Surprise, surprise, I created her. And she also has kids in the age groups between 12 and 14 and 15 to 17. And she is also dealing with kids with anxiety and OCD. I can look at her profile closer. I can even just start chatting with her and connecting with her. So the app really fosters connection. So if you're interested in connection and wanting to get to know people, it sounds like Jen and I both have teens dealing with anxiety and OCD, and we both have kids in the same age range. So very cool to be able to instantly see people who are near you. We have announcements and polls in this section, and you can talk to me over here and start a discussion. This is open, or you can talk to other members. And then we actually have all of our classes that you get on the website on the app as well. So you can take your learning on the go, and you can start taking these lessons right away. Watch the videos, download the worksheets, all through the app. And so there is connecting with members, there is the courses, and then we have the live sessions and replays. And so you can see all the things that we have, the weekly classes, support group calls. You can log on and see what's coming up, because this is a mock app. It's not our real app. I just put one in here so you can see that coming right up. We have tools to process the grief of your child's anxiety and OCD. And if I hadn't already RSVP'd, there'd be an RSVP button. I could just click that. And when I'm ready to watch it and it's ready to go, I can come in here and just click it and be linked to Zoom. So super easy. I can come here and watch the replays. Same thing with all the calls. And I can get to the member website here, even watch YouTube videos and podcasts. So that is the app.
All right, that actually worked really smoothly. I've never done that before. I'm going to totally do that again. That was very cool. What did you guys think about it inside the community? Let me see. If we wish to get the discount 6-month membership now, can we renew at the same rate, or would it bump up? Yeah, if you lock in the discounted membership, you lock it in for the lifetime of your membership. And so we are offering $25 membership, and it ends. And so you've gotten emails of when it ends. And once it's over, it's over. But if you lock in to that, then it's that rate forever until you leave. And then obviously not. So anyone else have any other questions about the community? One thing that I didn't show in that video, which I really should have, is the message button where you can message. Joyce, if you were on our email list, you should have gotten that today. And so if you're not on our email list, you can email us. We will get you that special discount code. You can go to atparentingsurvivalhelp@yahoo.com, and Ayla will email you. Ayla is the AT Parenting Survival community manager, and so she'll support you with that. Yeah, so I didn't show you on the app that there is a little message button, and you can message other members. A lot of members have gotten close friends through this. Some of the kids have developed close friendships through this. We have a buddy program where you can connect with other kids. You can talk to the other parent and connect to your kids, which is super helpful. We have hope packages. So if somebody is having a rough time, they can ask for a hope package, and I will write your child, teen, or young adult a letter, and I'll send them a little package with, I have like some stickers and little like rocks that I send, like little heart rocks. I have a bunch of stuff that I send. Um, but the point being that we really try to support you in whatever capacity that you need. And so it's just been an incredible community. We typically have between 1,000 to 1,300 members at any given time. Most of them are on the app. The app is new. Like, we developed the app. Well, it's through the Mighty Network, which is a platform that provides apps, but we joined with them and got the app, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe later, a little bit later. And most members are now on the app. We're trying to move everybody from Facebook to the app because the app is private, it is confidential, there's no algorithm, so you can instantly talk to people and see people. Um, Thank you. P. Clark said, cool site and app. Thanks for the demo. I appreciate that. I was like excited. I don't know why I had this epiphany last night. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could show them the video of what's inside. I've never done that before, but I think just visually seeing it, you can see how easy it is to navigate and how accessible people are. And what I love about the app, and I couldn't show you the real app because I want to protect people's confidentiality, but you go to members and then you click near me or nearby. No, near me, I think it is. And it will order members in location how close they are to you. Now, this is, of course, only for people who allow their location to be known, but it's super cool because you could be like, oh my gosh, like there are like 3 people in my city who belong to this community. I could go have coffee with them or hang out. So I'm going to message them and see if they want to. And if they don't, you go on to the next person. But it's a really easy way for us to connect people and get their kids to be connected as well. And I do like also that you can listen to our classes on the go. And so the Zoom classes happen on Fridays at, to change the time, like 11 a.m. It depends on where you live, but they're normally in the middle of the day. But you can email us questions beforehand, and I'll actually like read your question out loud and I'll answer it, so you can watch the replay. We have the replay up. Ayla's super fast, and so we have the replay up within a few hours, so you can watch the replay. We have a private podcast stream, like I mentioned before, so you can listen to it on Apple or Spotify or wherever you want to listen to it. So there's a lot of easy ways to digest this information really quickly. But I think a lot of times members just message me and they're just like, help me figure out what the core fear is. And my job in there, I feel like, is to link you to the right resources to get the right answers, to sometimes be another critical eye. Sometimes parents are like, I don't know what the core fear is, or I don't know if this is anxiety or OCD. And I'll just say, like, observe this and come back and write this down and let me know. And then I'll give you my impressions, which can be really helpful. Hold on a second. You guys have some questions. Joy said, is membership able to be shared with family? Meaning, would one membership cover having both parents access the classes and app? Yes, absolutely. You do not need to get 2 memberships. So, and we have a lot of couples who join, and we see both the mom and the dad or both partners on our lives. And and they can access the app, have their own access to the app, and be able to learn at their own speed. So that's a great question, Joyce. It's for the whole family, right? So one membership gets you support for your partner, support for you, and support for your kids if they're willing. We have videos in the app, and actually they're not on the app, they're on the member website, that are videos that I've made just for members. There are some things that I won't do on YouTube. And one of them has been like sexually taboo thoughts around OCD, because YouTube will flag that. And because YouTube sees that I make videos for kids, it will kind of shut down my channel. And so I haven't been able to make that kind of content, but I wanted to make that for a teenager in my community. And so I created a video, and it's in our member website. I had another mom who had a very young child and wanted a very simple video to explain OCD. And I created that for her. I created it for her, but it's for the whole community. It's in the portal. It's under the kids' videos. I had another mom who had a child who was autistic and felt like if he understood the science behind exposure response prevention, the go-to therapy for OCD, that he might be more engaged. And so I created like a 20-minute video for him about the brain and the science and why and how exposures help, which really moved the dial for that mom. And it benefits the whole community. And so there's just so much going on in that community as far as whether you need, me to develop a video for your child, or you need me to help you figure out where to go next, or you just want to talk to people in your community. We are all over the world. And so we often get questions about, I'm in the UK, will this work for me? We have a huge amount of members from the UK, from Ireland, from Canada, from Australia, from New Zealand, from Sweden, from Japan, from Spain. I'm trying to think of all the different countries. Have I missed something? I think that's like those are the biggest ones. And we can accommodate most time zones. The only one that sometimes struggles is Australia. Australia, you can't accommodate Australia and the rest of the world because it's just impossible. But we have Australians who will jump on our live calls. We have one member; she's always there, and it's probably a rough time in the morning for her. Joyce said, the community and content seems so comprehensive. You don't have to answer this, but my goodness, how do you find your own self-care and time to be without OCD? That's such a great question. Joyce, I have buttoned up my self-care. I'm such a queen of self-care. I do Pilates 6 days a week. That's my self-care. I do it at night. I do yoga and a hot bath. That's my new thing. I do like a circuit. It's so crazy. I won't even go into it, but I am very big on self-care. And luckily, because my kids are a bit older now, I've got a 22-year-old who's in her last year of college. So she's in California. But my 14 and 16-year-old are not needing me as much as like a toddler or preschooler. And so that does give me a little bit extra time to take care of myself. Like I could go and leave and go to the gym and come back. And so that does help. So I appreciate you worrying, but I am doing very good. Anyone else have any questions about the community? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. The other question that we often get is what ages? We have parents in our community who have kids of all ages. So we have parents. What is really cool too, and I can't show you because of confidentiality, but on our app, it also organizes it by age. And so you can go to members and it will like cluster. These are the members who have 4 to 6 year olds. These are the members who have, 10 to 12 year olds. And it goes all the way up. And we have a cluster of parents who have kids who are 25 and above. We have a lot of parents who have kids 21 to 25. And so if you are a parent trying to support a child, teen, or young adult, or mid-adult with anxiety or OCD, we will support you. If they're in your home, no matter how old they are, we will support you. If they're in college or they're out, but you want to be around other people, we'll still support you. So there's really no age if you're a parent. It is specific to anxiety and OCD, and we're very heavy on the OCD. It's a pretty heavy OCD community. A lot of our families have co-occurring issues, but OCD tends to be the main thing. Some people come with just anxiety, but OCD is our main focus. And the co-occurring conditions include PANDAS and PANS. A whole bunch of people are dealing with that. My son was diagnosed with PANS when he was 8. We have a lot of autistic kids who have co-occurring conditions with anxiety and OCD. We have a lot of kids with ADHD, my son included, ARFID, avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, BFRBs, body focused repetitive behaviors, emetophobia, fear of throwing up, which is a theme of anxiety and OCD, but sometimes people think that that's different. Misophonia, sound rage. These are all super common under the umbrella of anxiety and OCD. They're treated differently, some of them, but tics, Tourette's, all very, very common as well. Hold on a second. How many resources do you have specifically for kids who have the just right subcategory of OCD? That is a great question. We have tons of resources on every theme, but you'll quickly learn when you become a member that OCD is OCD. So learning the subtypes is important. We have special classes on just right OCD, on symmetry OCD, on moral OCD. We do classes on all the subtypes all of the time. so that you can get skills specifically on that particular theme. Or you can message me and say, my child has just right OCD. What are some things? We're actually just talking about that today in the app. We're talking about just right and close, and there was a chat going on. We do a thing on Fridays where we do our challenge and our win. And so you say, what's been rough for you that past week? And then you talk about a win, whether it's small or big. And we were talking about close and just right OCD, ironically. And a lot of parents were commiserating and saying, yes, I have that too. We were talking about the difference between sensory processing disorder and just right OCD and the overlap. So you'll get a lot of support with parents who have they have kids with particular themes, but you'll also learn very quickly that how we approach it, the foundation of how you approach OCD is going to be the same no matter what. And that it's important to not get too stuck on themes to the point where you get blinders on, because OCD will morph, shift, and change. And so just right OCD today, but in 3 months, it could be contamination OCD. In 5 months, it could be moral OCD. And so you have to understand all the different ways OCD can show up, because you're going to miss it if you're thinking, I only need to know about my child's theme. But it's a good question because we get that one a lot. What other questions do you guys have? I'm trying to think, is there anything else I've left out? The doors do close this Thursday. So that's November 20th at 9 p.m. Pacific. We're solid about that. And the reason why we close the doors is not because we have a cap on how many people can join. It's virtual. So we can literally have tens of thousands of parents join. I would just have to hire more people because it's just Ayla and I. But Ayla and I can manage, 1,300 parents just fine. But there is no cap on how many members we can have. But we do shut the doors because, one, when new members come in, I message every single member privately in the app. And I say, this is where you can talk to me directly. Let me know if you need help. Let me know how I can guide you. Well, can you imagine how many people must message me? That's like, we normally get between 150 to 250 new members every time we do this. That's a lot of parents who want to message me directly. It's a lot of parents that Ayla has to talk with directly. And so we definitely have to carve out time in our schedule when we open the doors to be available to those parents. Now, quickly, people start to find their beat. I lead them to the right resources. I start giving them my own little homework, like go ask your daughter this and come back and talk to me. And so very quickly, after a few weeks, it calms down. We're not getting bombarded all at once, but it is a lot at once. And it's a lot for our members. And you start to get to know the members. You start to know who is who and what their problems are and what their strengths are. And people start to talk. And when you have new people trickling all the time, it kind of messes with that. And so we open the doors every 3 months and we warn the members. We say, hey, new members are coming in. Everybody get your warm, friendly, cozy feelings on and help people navigate because they're going to be new. And we want people to get the extra warmth and support. But then we close the doors. And so the doors will close on Thursday, and then we will double down and focus on the new members. We have a new members Zoom call that we do. Which if you have joined already, I'm trying to think, when is our new members Zoom call? It is November 30th at 1 p.m. Pacific. So if you did join already, just write that on your calendar. But if you go into the app, you'll see it right there. It will just tell you all of the weekly classes coming up. It'll tell you when the support group calls are. And so it's all very self-explanatory. Janelle said, I've started taking a hot bath every night. It's my time to decompress. I'm glad that you do that. I think it is so important to have your own self-care. And honestly, a lot of people feel like this community is part of their self-care, because to feel alone and to not take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to show up for your child. I actually do an anchor series. It used to be the self-care series, but parents don't want self-care. I mean, maybe you do, and I do. Maybe Janelle does. But a lot of parents are like, I just need to help my child. And they don't realize that if they're not okay, they're not going to be able to help their child. And so, I do have an anchor series on how to anchor yourself. And a big part of anchoring yourself is self-care, which includes mindset, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind. That free series will be my next free series that comes out. And I think we do that, remember, the end of January, maybe. Yeah. So it's coming out the end of January. So stay tuned for that. If you don't join us in the community, you'll see that series coming out for free, and it'll be around just like this one was. But you do get that. You get all the stuff that I ever do in the community. And so on the app, if you joined it already and you're interested in the Anchor series, you can actually just go now and take the Anchor series. It's 3 videos, and then we include the bonus live classes that I do in the free series. We always put the latest ones up in the app as well. Rebecca said, I feel so alone in all this, and listening to you makes me feel so much better. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Janelle said, is defiant disorder part of anxiety or OCD? I'm not answering clinical questions because we'd be here all day, and that's not what the purpose was. It's not, but sometimes, I mean, I'm answering it right now, but just because I read it out loud. But some of our kids can have difficult behavior caused by anxiety and OCD. So sometimes it looks like just pure defiance, but it's in response to anxiety and OCD. And I actually have an entire course on how to handle difficult behavior caused by anxiety and OCD because it's so prevalent and it's so common. If you are a member of the community, you get that. You get free access to that. That's in the app. It's on the member website. And so that would be something to definitely check out. I do have it in my online school as well at atparentingsurvivalschool.com. If you are interested in that, I have a link. Actually, I don't have a link to that. I have a link to, I was trying to show this. There we go. Let me get off of that. Ayla linked it. So I do have that course in the school. But if you're a member, most of those classes in my online school, you will have access to. The only one you won't have access to, the only two, is the kids and teens crushing OCD course is not included in the community because I did that afterwards, and everybody was like, "You have too many courses," and I'm like, "How can you have too many courses?" So I didn't include it. And my how to crush social anxiety is not included. And some of my workshops are not included, but my core fear workshop, how to find the core fear, that is included as well. So I just came across your videos on YouTube from 7+ years ago, and I'm so excited to continue to dig through them all. My son has really been struggling, and I'm excited to play some of your videos for him. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. 7 or 8 years ago, those are probably really squeamish. Whenever I look back and watch my old videos, I'm like, we should take them down, but I don't. If you are in the community, and this is for those of you that have already joined the community, you can message me or you can email Ayla and you can say, I'm dealing with this particular theme right now. Thank you. She said they're amazing. I appreciate that. If you are dealing with a particular theme, message me. If your child is willing to watch videos, I will curate them. A lot of times people say, are your videos on YouTube in any particular order? And there's literally thousands of videos on YouTube because I've been doing YouTube since I think 2017, maybe, when I first started. I started in 2015, but I don't think I had YouTube until 2017. But that's a long time ago. And so there are thousands of videos for kids, teens, and young adults, talking to them directly. My videos lately, I've been pivoting, and my videos, again, are more towards parents because I've done literally every topic I can possibly think of. Sometimes they're like for both of you. Lately, I don't know if you've been seeing these, but lately I've been personifying OCD in like a black hoodie, and they are for parents, but a lot of parents are messaging me and they're saying that it's really helpful for their kids to see OCD personified, and like OCD's this bossy character, and that's been really helpful. So, but if you are in the community, you can message me and say, like, we're dealing with harm OCD. What videos should I have them watch first? Or you can tell me, like, this is what's going on. What video should I have them watch? And a lot of times in the community, I will like list videos in order of which I think they should watch them. And so that's just another benefit that you can get inside the community. Any other questions before I wrap up? You can go to atparentingcommunity.com. If you're on my email list, check your email because you did get a discount through email that you may not be aware of. And that does expire very soon, depending on if you're on the wait list or not. And so definitely check that out because there'll be no discount starting Wednesday. And then Thursday we close. And then we'll open up probably again. I think the beginning of February we'll open up again. You can cancel at any time. So I just hate things that hook me in and then I can't get out of. And so it is a subscription, but you can cancel at any time. It is super easy. It's like literally a button that you just press, and boom, you're done. And so try it out. Join us, go inside the app, see if you can connect with other people or take a course or two and try it out for a month and see how it is. And normally I would say within 3 to 4 months, parents are like, whoa, like, and either they're making huge traction with their kids and they're like, this has moved the dial, like nothing has ever moved the dial. And kids get better really quickly when you have the right skills and the right support. And even if your child's been chronically ill or they're a young adult, I've seen parents get better. I've seen parents do better mentally. I've seen parents feel more empowered. I've seen them get their life back. And so, regardless of why you're joining, 3 to 4 months in, that's really the sweet spot where I see parents really making huge changes in their own life and in their kids' life. So, I am very excited to see all of you in the community. Join me at atparentingcommunity.com. If you have questions after this, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will circle back because I know people will be watching this on replay. I'll circle back and I'll answer them, and Ayla will answer them so that we can be there. Hold on, let me see. Is there a date we need to cancel prior to in order to avoid the next month's charge on the monthly rate? Yeah, as long as you cancel before the next month. So let's say you join today, November 17th, and you cancel. Well, one, you can cancel as soon as you join, if you wanted to like absolutely not have it, you know, redo. You'll lose the discount, but you can do that. Or, let's say you cancel December 16th. As long as you cancel before, just like any other subscription, as long as you cancel before it renews, you're totally fine. And we're also, very gracious. Like if you forgot and it's like November 18th or it'll be December 18th, just email us. We're not looking to like upset anybody. So we'll just refund that. We're very flexible with that. Rebecca said, is there a special offer code? If you're on my email list, you are given a special offer through email. And so go check your email. If you didn't, because you're not on my email list and you just are hearing this, email Ayla at atparentingsurvivalhelp@yahoo.com, and she will give you, it's actually a special link to a special landing page to get the discount. So there's not a coupon code, but that will go away. If you're on the wait list, that goes away tonight. If you are not on the wait list, it goes away tomorrow. And so grab that. And then when you cancel, then you cancel out the option of getting that discounted rate again. So she'll check her emails. All right. Well, I look forward to getting to know you guys better inside the community. And if you have questions, just leave them below and we'll answer them. Take care.